So finally, let's start out 2016 with a review of one of the best films of 2015, with Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu's The Revenant. In an expedition of the uncharted American wilderness in the 1800s, a quasi-military hunting party are ambushed by a hostile Native American tribe, forcing the few survivors to escape into treacherous territory. Attempting to navigate them to safety is legendary explorer Hugh Glass, who is brutally attacked by a bear and is left for dead by members of his own hunting team. In a quest to survive, Glass endures unimaginable grief, as well as the betrayal of his confidant John Fitzgerald, whom he seeks to exact revenge upon for a heinous act. Now guided by sheer will and the love of his family, Glass must navigate a vicious winter in a relentless pursuit to live and find redemption against every danger of nature imaginable. So indeed, this is the follow-up for Alejandro Iñárritu to his Academy Award-winning film Birdman, which was a completely different film than what The Revenant is, with it being a very dark, gritty, raw type of film that absolutely impressed me on so many different levels. Sitting through this 2.5-hour film and having myself being fully immersed into this film that was shot through 12 different locations in 3 different countries, including United States, Canada, and Argentina, running way over budget, way over schedule, being a very miserable and rigorous shoot for this film to actually get made, which was shot completely in chronological order. It was a very difficult production for this film to get made, and it shows a lot from 20th Century Fox to have supported Iñárritu that much, to reportedly almost balloon the entire budget of the film, double of what it originally was, to actually go into this thing, be behind the guy's vision, have that much faith in him to deliver something that is extremely impressive and just highly powerful too. That what Alejandro Iñárritu does with The Revenant is take a very simple sort of Western revenge type of concept in this brutal wintry environment and everything, and just adds so much of an artistic depth and layer to it that if you took this and just stripped it down to its bare essentials and made it just a straightforward revenge type of film set in the 1800s, it could probably run 80 to 90 minutes long. But you're having a director here with a vision to put forth and put the audience through about as much of the rigorous, brutal survival that this film pushes its characters through on so many different levels. It is a very strong direction piece by Iñárritu here that he also cast absolutely remarkably, because we know Leonardo DiCaprio is a Academy Award level type of talent that is inevitably going to win an Oscar for his performances, because he is just that dedicated and that extremely talented of an actor. And this is definitely a different style of performance, different style of something for him to challenge himself into, with a character that doesn't have a wealth of dialogue to put forth in the film, that it is very much a raw, gritty type of thing to really kind of just see the pain, the visceral quality, the emotion of this character, everything that he has to trudge through and push himself towards, dig down into the depths of his heart and his soul and just his guttural type of emotions to push himself further every step of the way, going against every single adversity that he possibly could imagine in this type of environment, and see how that affects this character, how he pushes himself, how Leonardo DiCaprio pushes this character of Hugh Glass forward through this narrative, and just see how far this character is absolutely willing to go to get the revenge that he has to get in this film, and just how the film takes you on that journey, how the film is a very deliberately paced type of film that does stretch over 2.5 hours. That at certain points it does feel like the film kind of sags in certain points. There are some scenes where you like, in retrospect, you can understand why certain moments are there, but it just feels like it does stretch out the film where you feel like you could possibly lose a few bits and pieces here and there. But the fact of the matter is, Iñárritu is taking you through such a long journey in this film to understand what the characters are going through, how long, how arduous the process, the journey is for the character that DiCaprio plays to push himself, to get himself through this wilderness that is completely unforgiving, filled with all types of dangers for him. To just see him go through all this type of stuff, endure what he has to endure in this film, and just the fact is, the direction and DiCaprio's performance makes this a protagonist that you're completely gripped in the film with. Every single moment of it, you just see everything this character has going through him. And there are some moments in the film where it gets a little bit of surreal, expressionistic type of stuff where I'm glad they're just a few fleeting moments in the film. They're not very long, drawn-out types of sequences that could really lose an audience. And there's a few little beats here. Some of it was a little more than I really kind of would like it to be. I prefer something a little bit more subtle as opposed to overt. But the fact of the matter is, you see what Iñárritu is doing with those sequences that get you very much into the psyche of the character of Hugh Glass, portrayed by DiCaprio here, seeing what is driving him, what swirls around his memories, in terms of the people he's loved and lost and all these types of things that really kind of motivate him forward every step of this journey forward, where he's been mauled by a bear, which is an entirely intense sequence that is completely visceral, realistic. Just like you feel every single moment of these types of beats in the film where things just get that violent, that dangerous, that just raw, and just you feel the bones breaking, the claws ripping into the flesh. It's all completely grisly on screen, gruesome type of stuff. It is a brutal film and does earn a very hard R rating. This is not a film for people who are a little bit skittish, a little bit queasy or whatnot. The film goes all the way for it. And just seeing how this character of Hugh Glass progresses through the film, keeps pushing himself forward, how that thought of revenge motivates him forward without really losing a sense of humanity in the process. You see that this guy still has compassion in certain places. But moving on to the other main cast member of this film is Tom Hardy, which is an actor that has really kind of grown so strongly in my mind after stuff like Locke last year and again, Mad Max Fury Road this past year, and especially with this performance here, that Tom Hardy just shows he is an actor who puts everything absorbed into the performance of the character that he's inhabiting in the film. Because you look at this thing and you don't see Tom Hardy there. You see the entire absorption into this character that he has of Fitzgerald. Just this whole thing that he does in the film. There's these bugged out sort of wild man eyes that he's got. This is a guy that you can kind of see that this guy's been through a lot of dangerous, wild type of stuff out there in the wilderness, fighting for survival. And that's very much a main thing. That's a main theme of the film, is survival. And certainly his character takes on certain other paths to ensure his own survival and his own agendas and his own desires and needs above other people in the film. So it's a very interesting character with a lot of depth and dimension that goes on. You can actually understand this guy. If you don't agree with him at all, you still understand where this guy's coming from. You see the psychology behind him, and I just love what Tom Hardy does with his character to make him that engaging. There's not a character that is one note or whatnot. Really see how this character has a certain depth and becomes a certain menace in the film. And it's just a pair of very intense, powerful type of performances here by DiCaprio and Hardy, two amazing actors who are going to have immense accolades to their credit as their careers continue to grow and expand and challenge them further. They're two solid performances with two fantastic actors in them, supported by some very good actors too. That there is no weak link in the acting in this film. Everyone is fully absorbed into the grit of this film, the perilousness of it, because they are out there in reality shooting the stuff in these very remote, rugged, difficult, miserable environments. so that it completely absorbs into everyone's performances and just creates such an authenticity with what they do in this film. Everyone, top to bottom, inside and out of this thing, minor character to more important characters, they all deliver something absolutely solid and powerful in this film. And of course, the cinematography by this team, Iñárritu and his cinematographer, is just absolutely stunning. This is a visually arresting film that you take what Iñárritu was able to achieve with Birdman, with a lot of different things that he did with that style, with his visuals in that film, and brings it into a different type of film that is much more grim, gritty, bleak, but also has some amazing cinematography. Beyond just the fact that they went out there and shot with all natural lighting. They didn't bring a lot of camera rigs with them and generators or anything to light up the forest and all these different mountains, everything. They used what was available between light, sunlight, fire, all this type of stuff to make a very natural look to the film. But the fact of the matter is the camera work, the lenses that they used, the wide angle lenses, all the type of things were just so immersive to the style of the film, just to absorb you so deeply into the vast landscape this film plays out upon. Is absolutely just stunning cinematography that I have no doubt in my mind that this is definitely going to get a lot of recognition, at least in that area of cinematography, because it's just a powerfully visual film on every single level. Everything just, I love how Iñárritu is very much into playing a lot of things out in those long shots, using like a steady camera, whatnot, moving through the action, and just get that, again, absorption, that complete immersion into the environment of the film is all very much there, and just creates a very different type of experience with the film. Overall, just like a lot of other filmmakers probably go with a lot of that shaky cam, a lot of just kind of rough, rugged type of camera work, but it's just so fluid and beautiful. Just how he captures so many inspired shots that even at some points in time that you might end up lingering on a shot, maybe a few beats too long, they kind of stretch out unnecessarily, but still, the fact of the matter is the visuals of this film are absolutely breathtaking and immensely impressive. What they did on every single level just absorbs you into that film with all the grit and the beauty that it has. I think they did a fantastic job, and even the score of the film is not something that's terribly widely present in the film, but I still think what they used the score for the film for enhanced the moments that really needed to enhance, but also you want the film to be extremely silent and just get you very much into the mood of the film. Just everything that he used with Iñárritu here, everything that he used to create the sense that he needed to in the film, the mood, the atmosphere of the film, everything he had at his disposal. He knew exactly how to use the sound in the film very, very well. And just like, the film is, like I said, a very simple concept. There's not a lot of substance to really kind of go into that. It's just very much the experience that these characters have to go through, and you get little things here and there that really kind of add more to the depth of the film, the weight of it overall. That you just see the path, the journey this film takes, and just see all the things that happen, how things progress. I think Iñárritu did a very impressive job with this film. That is certainly a film to revisit at a certain point and get a little bit more deep into the film itself, but upon this first viewing, and I believe the exact same theater screen that I saw Birdman in, it's a very impressive type of film that I wish I saw it on an even larger screen, because it is such a arresting visual film on a certain level that if it would have the advantage of seeing it on like an IMAX, I'm sure it would absolutely just blow your mind away how good this film looks and just completely envelops you in everything that it does. I think Iñárritu is a fantastic filmmaker that just has vision on top of vision and knows exactly what he wants and knows how to achieve it, and also chooses fantastic talent to help him achieve every single moment, every single sliver of that vision. He did a fantastic job with this film. Not 100% perfect, but I still think it's one of the best films that could be credited to the year of 2015. So it's like, I wanted to see this film 2 weeks ago when it got its limited release, but the fact of the matter was, it was being released on probably one of the worst theaters that I've been to in the Chicagoland area. I was like, I didn't feel like sitting in a very uncomfortable seat that I've sat in before for 2.5 hours, so I was like, I really wasn't going to go for it, so I waited and waited until it got a wide release and sat in a nice, comfortable seat. As a fantastic sit, and just like, the experience is everything, and this film deserves to be experienced on a very big screen. So if you have the advantage of doing that, I highly endorse you taking the chance to sit through this film, experience what Iñárritu has to offer, and also post your comments down below if you have seen the film. I want to express your own opinions about it, that I'm sure there are people who would not find it very much appealing to them, that certain things, either it's the slow pace of the film, very deliberate and very kind of stretched out in a certain way. Some people might not find that very appealing, or certainly the very brutal and graphic nature of the film might not be for everyone. But the fact of the matter is, if you have seen it, your comments below discussing your thoughts on the film would be highly appreciated. And if you've enjoyed the review, your thumbs up on the video is also highly appreciated, along with spreading the links around your social media accounts. And it's been a very interesting start of 2016 that I certainly wanted to get other reviews done ahead of this, but it's been not being able to get as much traction going. But the fact of the matter is, seeing this film tonight really kind of helps motivate me forward, obviously because I've done this review now. Get me in front of the camera, get me excited and passionate about something to really kind of ignite that fire back in me. So it's like, if this is going to be the first review for me of 2016, it's a hell of a good film. And I might, after I've watched a few other films again from 2015, might give you a top 5 of the year for you guys, because I just got Sicario on Blu-ray. The Martian comes out on Blu-ray very soon, so I'll be able to revisit some of the highest acclaimed films of that year that also carry in high esteem as myself. So I'll be back, guys, as soon as I can with something very entertaining and in-depth and analytical and just hopefully enjoyable for you guys. So again, your thoughts on The Revenant are very much appreciated. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the film. And overall, if you have yet to see the film, definitely like to hear what your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio or Tom Hardy film has been up to this point, because they both have some fantastic films to their credit. So it's like, that'd be very interesting to hear what you guys really feel are some of the best work of both of those actors. So post your comments below. I'll be back with you guys very soon, hopefully. And just thank you guys for watching, and I hope 2016 will really kind of explode for all of us, because there's some fantastic films, hopefully, that are coming out this year that I'm very excited to see, which I saw a number of trailers for that I was very pleased to see tonight. So thanks, guys, for watching. We'll be back for some new videos soon. So take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.